To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
Well, TechMVerse has been making some noise here at the Mobile World Congress. I have Manish with me to talk to me a little bit more about some of the events that they've had. Meta, of course, seems to be the big buzzword. Tell us, what you talked about, the kind of launch experience that you've had at MWC this year.
Oh, it's been fascinating. First of all, it clearly appears that the pandemic is over, other than looking at people wearing N95s. So that's a big relief. It's the positivity is back. We've been at Mobile World Congress ever since it got incepted, for all you know. And I think the story is evolving for us very nicely because we believe that the telecom industry of the future will have to continue to do few things what they have been doing well for years. Again, for example, building world-class networks. For example, being amazing engineering companies that they have been. And number three, something that they will have to continue to evolve with is their product set. And that's something which will be about new experiences that Meta and Metaverse offers. So our promise to the industry that we are announcing and have announced this week is all about supporting the telecom industry with the building blocks of how to realize full potential of the next generation experience of consumers and customers. And they are really network, engineering, and experiences. But most importantly, we want to try and simplify that mathematical equation, if we can. That's really what we have been discussing. And I must admit that not one has so far come back and said, doesn't make sense.
So amazing. Tell me a little bit more if we get into detail on those building blocks, what they're looking like, what this means for the Indian ecosystem.
Yeah, I think number one is very clear that network connectivity of the highest quality, of the best technology possible, which really is what 5G answers to, is right at the very basic. As that becomes stronger, so for all you know, if the industry was looking for that killer use case for 5G, I guess maybe they got it. A 11 and a 13-year-old kid in one country and another 11 and 13-year-old another country getting together playing Roblox, but imagine in not one living room today but another living room tomorrow, I think is what will be possible with the network infrastructure. So that's point number one. Point number two, and particularly valid for India, is we are the engineering capital of the world, software engineering particularly, and the world will continue to be dominated by software. So we believe we have a pole position to continue to support engineering at a device level, at a network level, at software level, at hardware level, at the whole ecosystem angle. And the third is a whole host of applications and interactivity in whether you call it mixed reality or meta reality about driving that kind of an experience with the consumer. So I think India and us have a huge role to play as we go forward.
What's the customer or user experience going to be like as all of this evolves, and that too at a very rapid pace?
I think the customer experience of tomorrow is already getting defined by, I would say, the 5-year-old and below. They are much faster, they are more evolved. So we, maybe our generation, probably got into the WhatsApp world. And we thought with the pandemic, we were doing messaging, a live video interaction, and at the same time, other communication and transactions on, let's say, a Zoom type of a platform. The next, in the meta world, the experience is about all of this and lot more, because I don't have to be at a physical place at the same time. I will have an avatar that will do that conversation. I could define what kind of a setting I want to do that conversation is. And at the same time, so for example, the same example of kids, they are doing chatting or messaging, playing a game, and of course, doing a transaction, a commerce transaction by buying certain things on that game, all on the same platform. So as platforms gets integrated, but it at a very subtle level, right? It won't be very, very clunky. All that is about to change dramatically. Whether it happens 4 years, 5 years, or the next year, I just don't know.
Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share, and subscribe.